Yep, blueberry banana pancakes in my glass. We got injuries all over the damn place. Welcome to Beerfield. It's our Sunday live stream. We're back after 2 weeks of not having a Sunday live stream because life is a thing. Life finds a way to usually make us miss a couple Sundays a year. So, before we get into the NFL stuff, no scrolling as I normally do, waiting on Dan. It's taking for fucking ever.
I do.
Do you know that hiatus is named after a sport?
I did not know. I was wondering why Cigar Sitter named it.
Yeah, I did not know, but apparently, I have not learned about this sport yet. But apparently, it's a sport where they have like these little cup paddle things, and they're like slinging balls in a wall ball room, and I don't know. It's crazy.
Huh.
I have no idea how it works, but apparently, it was a popular sport in Florida.
Huh.
So, hiatus is a sport, I guess.
Hiatus is a sport, and it's a craft beer named after a sport.
Anyway, welcome to the show. Lot of injuries to get into. A lot of things that I don't like. Dan, before we start, I got it's kind of an asking for a friend.
Okay. Oh, I do like those.
It is an asking for a friend, actually.
I'm pulling them all up.
I need to.
Both leagues are pulled up.
This is the only one where I really had problems. All right, start 2. Fournette, Swift, Ingram.
Oh, God. Oh, because Kamara's not playing.
Yep.
Tennessee.
Fournette's got Washington. Swift is in Pittsburgh. Ingram has Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh, man. I think you're playing Fournette for sure.
Yep.
And then it's between Swift and Ingram.
Yep. It's almost like Tuesday I said I would be in this position. Except Carson's not in the mix because he's going to sit here.
Yes. I don't think he'd be in the mix anyways. It's
tough.
Why I have to reach this level with
it's
like
full PPR,
I want to lean.
So it's tough because Swift could catch, 8 balls in this game.
The problem is
Big Ben. Ben's not playing either, so it could just be a low-scoring cluster of a game.
I know, but heavy pass rush it typically tends well for running backs if the offense is smart enough to use their short passing game.
I lost you, I think. You're talking, but I don't hear you.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the upside play is Swift, so I'm going to go with Swift.
Okay, I'm keeping Swift in then. That was
okay. That one's tough. It's close.
And then in Scott Fishbowl, Josh Jacobs or Dawson Knox. I'm leaning.
Dude, Knox is the upside. I mean, Josh Jacobs doesn't catch passes.
Well, and I did get zeros from fucking Mike Gesicki in 2 places.
It's 7 targets, no catches.
7 targets and no
He
receptions.
led the team in targets, and he got no catches.
Damn one of them.
I almost hit. I did a full under in that game too. I hit Lamar Jackson's under by 1 yard. I hit Mike Gesicki, and I just missed. Mark Andrews by like 2 yards on that last catch. I was like, God damn it. Josh Larkey's right. Just bet unders in the pick'ems. And you may win.
You may win.
Just fucking. Oh, that game also just really pissed me off, but it's all
right. There's some things.
I haven't even looked through anything yet for any asking for friends, but I will.
That's all right. We'll get through some news first as we wait on some questions to roll in. So, Ryan Tannehill dealing with an illness. He's going to play. Edwards-Helaire, let's see. He was not activated, which apparently there's a 4 p.m. Saturday deadline for activating players. Andy Reid said probably a stretch for Edwards-Helaire to return for Week 10 against the Raiders. Expect him to not play. Let's see. Rondale Moore. Game time decision. He is expected to play. DeAndre Hopkins. Game time decision. He is expected to not play.
Yeah, the Cardinals are in rough shape.
Kyler Murray. Game time decision. Don't know on him. It's looking like he'll probably play, but we'll see.
It sounds like he's a true 50-50, like a true 50-50, which means
you got to make sure you've got options for this Arizona game.
I'm going to lean that they won't. Who are they playing this week? Oh, the Panthers.
So they probably won't if they want to.
I can see them not. I mean, with what McCoy did this past week, they found success in that. I'm not saying that they're going to that they want to keep riding that train, but I think they feel comfortable. I have to assume they're going to feel comfortable in playing them. So
it is a late game. So that's
even worse.
You need to make sure that you have options in that late game. Either you've got somebody from your other late games or players in the late games. You got the Panthers, Vikings, Chargers, Seahawks, Packers, Eagles, Broncos. The problem is that there's a lot of people rostered in those games, and then you've got Chiefs, Raiders, Rams, Niners. So
yeah,
the problem with those teams is that a lot of the fantasy relevant players from those teams are rostered, right? So
yeah,
if you don't have one of them, you're in a little bit of a pickle and a conundrum. So first off, in terms of Hopkins, at least make sure he's in your flex spot, so that you maintain some flexibility there. If you're looking for people to plug in, Gordon and Javonte Williams are probably both rostered. Jordan Howard should be playing again for the Eagles. It's not a sexy matchup, but he should get some carry, as should Boston Scott. No Carson means that Alex Collins should get some run for the Seahawks. You can always look to a guy like Allen Lazard and hope he catches a touchdown in what should be a high-scoring game for the Packers. For the Raiders, you could dart throw on a guy like Bryan Edwards. Niners, I found Ayuk on a couple waiver wires. He's likely not there after the blow-up last week. Rams, if Van Jefferson was dropped, you can go that route because Robert Woods tore his ACL. So
I actually like Van this week too, because it's hard for me to truly predict Odell's usage this week. Like, he's a late addition.
Exactly.
I
picked up Odell. I didn't start him.
Oh no, yeah, but I was fucking reading shit. This was obviously before the Woods injury, and there's people out there like it was multiple people, putting Woods at sell. You gotta sell Robert Woods now. Sell Robert Woods everywhere. Sell. Who the fuck is buying Robert Woods now, anyways?
Nobody.
Like, what are you going to get in return that's going to be valuable that has any value to
him? At all. You got an older receiver that just tore his ACL. This is the Emmanuel Sanders.
Well, this is pre-injury.
Yeah.
Like, so mindset of he didn't tear his ACL. What are you getting in return? Like, who, like, in what dynasty format or not? I guess what dynasty mindset would you buy Robert Woods? He's too old to buy for a rebuild. He's too volatile to buy in a retool.
You're gonna sell.
And there's no fucking way you're gonna buy him in a championship run.
I would buy him in a championship run as insurance because it is still. I would have. Or this is all hypothetical. I would have bought.
There's very little upside to him in that standpoint.
I would have bought him as a floor depth piece, which is not going to net the seller a ton of anything.
What's the problem with that is that while he's getting volume, which we do know is
we're debating a hypothetical.
Yeah,
which is kind of useless, but
well, I know, but it was my mindset. I was going to bring this up, but obviously the injury, changed everything, which shouldn't matter anyways. But yeah. Anyways, I was pretty heated when I kept seeing all these. I'm like, who the fuck's like? Why are you telling people to sell Robert Woods when there's literally no one no reason to buy him.
There's no reason. Exactly. And
It's so
you're
dumb.
telling people, and by calling it a sell, you're telling them to sell at a window when if somebody is willing to buy him, the price is going to be low. You don't sell
Like, he's
low.
not worth what you're trying to probably get in return. And the upside, again, pre-injury, the upside was always going to be higher than what you would have to move him for anyway. It's like,
Yeah.
and we already know what his upside is if there's an injury to Odell, because you just go back to his own fucking role. So
Yep. So we got questions. I'm going to stop debating the hypothetical. Answer
yes,
some questions.
no more hypotheticals.
Pick 2: Jerry Jeudy, Mark Ingram, Josh Jacobs. This is from Alex.
Judy Ingram.
Yeah, Jeudy Ingram for me as well. Green Bay weather heating into the field. I don't know what the weather is in Green Bay. We'll look at weather here in a minute.
If it's cold, it won't matter.
It won't. Jonnu inactive. Hunter Henry, usually the more reliable option there anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
T.Y. Hilton cleared concussion protocol. He will start. It's against the Jaguars. Yeah, there's some big play opportunity there if you're dealing with an injury to like Hopkins or something like that. It's not a bad dart throw.
I agree.
Patriots backfield, Ramondre Stevenson is going to take the start. He cleared concussion protocol. Damian Harris is out with a concussion. Was some talk about Johnny Smith potentially working in the backfield, but I think Stevenson playing took that out, and Johnny's inactive anyway. Your other option there would be Brandon Bolden, who will get work over J.J. Taylor and should see most of the receiving work.
I actually like Brandon Bolden more than Ramondre Stevenson. He's one that catches passes in that backfield, and we know Browns have a good front four and a good front seven.
Yep. I also am kind of leaning Bolden a little bit more than Stevenson. I also think he's got more big play ability, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able, if you're the running back in the backfield that's catching passes, and neither running back are hyper athletic, the house one, at any point in the field, it's pretty simple who you should go with.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Let's see. Nick Chubb not going to play. Wait, or is he going to play? He had till Saturday. I'm looking at something old.
It said that he wasn't playing. I think it said last night that
that's right. He is out. So Dearness Johnson will get a run again. Why am I getting old shit? I hate the site sometimes. There we go. Lions inactives. Josh Reynolds is inactive, so he will not play this week. Remember what we said last week, though. He is kind of a guy that, while he's free, before you have to spend a waiver claim on Josh Reynolds, if you have the spot before the games kick off, go ahead and rotate a back-end bench guy for Josh Reynolds because he instantly becomes the most talented guy in that Lions receiving room. So it might take a week or two, but go ahead and roll that roster spot for some possible upside there. But do it before you have to burn the waiver claim if you can.
Yeah, I agree. There's it's just a dart throw, right? If he doesn't work out, you drop him in a week or two anyways.
Yep.
Like it's just he's a rotating piece in a team that is desperate for a number one,
a receiver.
Yep.
Tevin Coleman is active. First appearance since week 5, so I don't know that has any impact on Michael Carter or Ty Johnson. I don't want to start any of them anyway against the Bills.
It's all gonna be bad if he comes there and takes any sort of significant either snaps or touches away. It just completely destroys that their running back room, which was at least starting to give us some clarity to it. So it sucks, but we'll see.
Indeed. For the Steelers, we already kind of mentioned Ben. He's in COVID on the COVID list, so that happened yesterday. No time vaccinated, but no time for him to test negative, so he is going to miss. Mason Rudolph gonna start.
Maybe the Lions get their first win.
So all the Najee Harris.
God, he's
in this one.
He should feast. He should.
And this throws water on anything I wanted to maybe do with James Washington. Said, yeah, Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris, and I'm still gonna start Freiermuth because I have to. So
there's nothing exciting I have to play Kalen Balaj. I'm just looking at it. I have to play Kalen Balaj in the league.
How?
It's a dynasty. You
literally have nobody that has a chance at getting carries.
My running backs right now, because I punted backs a little bit this year. I have Balaj, Edmonds, Devonta Freeman, who I picked up, David Montgomery, Samaje Perine, James White, and Damian Williams.
Okay, so they're all hurt or on bye.
Yeah, besides I can't play Ed. Who I've already played.
Devonta Freeman already played, but you played him, right?
Yeah, it was between him. It's literally him and Balaj.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
It's not. Yeah, just more of a. Well, here we are. Knox wants to know: is PJ Walker landmine and SFB scoring? If he should bench him for Alice Collins and NASCAR
and Ricky Seals-Jones. So, yes, he very well could be. This is a guy that I think is a 1 touchdown to 5 interception rate in his NFL career, and he's not a high efficient passer. He is athletic, but I definitely think there could be a landmine situation in SFB, and I would almost rather start NASCAR in that situation, who's been good for, with the tight end premium there, right? He's been good for 5 to 6 receptions a week, 50 to 60 yards. I think that NASCAR and Scott Fishbowl scoring with that tight end premium does outscore PJ Walker.
Well, I think both him and Alex Collins. I'd probably go Alex Collins. It should be his backfield this week. Green Bay should be both quarterbacks or backs. You're looking. We'll see if there's any tempo to it. Both teams have been relatively slow when it comes to pace this year, but Collins should get all the work. But I do agree. I mean, I think they're both there's no way I'm playing PJ Walker with any confidence, especially in Scott Fishbowl.
Nope.
None. No confidence at all.
Yep, completely on mine. James Robinson is active. So some questions about whether he was going to play with the heel. Zach Moss is active for Week 10 against the Jets. So when I said on Wednesday it's a Zach Moss game, we're full go for that Zach Moss game.
We are full go. And I lied. I don't have to play Kalen Balaj. I took a quick look in the waiver pool. Ty Montgomery.
There you go.
Should get run now with Alvin Kamara out.
There's a little bit. Saints plays Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on IR. That's big news. Gardner-Johnson played 80% of their snaps, 4 passes defended and a pick. Is part of that Saints defense that has been very, very locked down. So, little hole there to attack him now a bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. They have the Titans. So, Titans are going to be without Julio Jones, who was placed on IR. So, we're back to Nick Westbrook is a possible pickup. Because of that Derrick Henry, you figure a little bit more volume there. So, you're back to Nick Westbrook as a backup bench stash. It's just everything leaning towards A.J. Brown. And then those 3 backs. We'll have to see how those 3 backs do again. Saints are a big run-stuffing team, so I'm heavily leaning McNichols this week.
Yeah, I agree. And it should be hopefully pace is good enough. Hopefully the Saints can keep him up with them enough that you can catch a couple checkdowns.
So, okay. One of the super flex spots. Other bench options are Elijah Moore.
Yeah, I go Elijah Moore over both.
Yeah.
I'm riding that. I'm riding off of his 2. I'm buying his 2 touchdown game on Thursday night.
The Elijah Moore Mike White connection.
Well, it was both too. It was both Mike White and Josh Johnson. Yep. So, Alex, play Elijah Moore in that spot over.
Play that
all
upside.
Listed names with that upside.
Play that upside.
Hell yeah, brother.
Godwin's gonna play. He'd been dealing with a foot injury, so he'll go. Sam Darnold. By the way, Panthers signed Cam Newton. Sam Darnold is potentially done for the year.
He might just be done in general.
Or potentially
he might be in the back.
Newton's going to have a chance to compete next in 2022, they said, for the starting job.
They're going to keep fucking this situation up. But, all right.
Maybe they'll draft somebody anyway. Keenan Allen going to play Week 10, so he's healthy. Fitzpatrick, not expected to return this season. That's Ryan Fitzpatrick, so he is done for the year.
Oh!
Will be Taylor Heineke.
No, that was okay. The magic's worn off behind Heineke, and I'm not. I'm just like whatever on him.
Yep. No, I'm with you entirely on that. Brian Hill promoted to the Browns active roster. He's still floating around, I guess.
Wow, good for him. You know what? Good for you, guy.
Elijah Mitchell and George Kittle both look good to go this week. They were, I guess, dealing with injuries. I really have no idea.
Well, good. Good for them.
Bucks signed Brashad Perriman and promoted him. Right at some point after the Bears cut him.
And he'll be right back on. He'll be right back onto the streets once Antonio Brown's back.
He will be.
Oh, Chase Claypool is not playing. That's right.
Yeah. And there it is. Yeah, Hopkins not expected to play. We mentioned that. Falcon, couple more rounds of inactives coming in for the Falcons. There is nobody I'm concerned about. Washington, no Curtis Samuel. And yeah, that's about it there. Browns, exactly what you'd expect. It really leaves. Oh, Felton's out for the Browns too.
God, it really is just going to be Dearness Johnson. Well, shit.
And Brian Hill.
And Brian Hill. Brian Hill.
Brian Hill's your pass catcher.
Alex wants to ask, bench Dylan, Collins, RSJ, or Manny Sanders for Elijah. So basically, who would you not play over Elijah between Dylan, Collins, RSJ, and Manny Sanders?
Might be Manny Sanders given the game script there. Let me vet that real quick.
Well, yeah. Nah.
What?
No, I'm just. I don't think I really.
You don't think it matters? Yeah.
I really don't think it matters.
He had 8 targets against Jacksonville in a game that was never that close. 4 and a goose egg against Miami. 5,
he's all over the place. Regardless,
91 against Tennessee. He is all over the place.
That offense has taken a bit of a step back over the last few weeks here.
He's been fine yardage wise, but I just don't know that they're going to have to do
I'll
that
play
much
Manny
against the
for the
Jets.
upside at least.
You're playing.
It might be RSJ if it's not a tight end premium. Like I wouldn't play.
This is Scott Fishbowl.
Is it for Scott Fish?
I think that's what he said. Right?
I don't know if it's the same league. If it is the same league, then maybe Dylan. I mean, Dylan doesn't give you receiving upside, and he still has to
SFB scoring.
compete.
This is probably the Bourbon Bowl.
Okay, Bourbon Bowl.
So SFB scoring, but it is. So yeah, it is tight end premium.
I would bench AJ Dillon. It's just, I mean, it's been nice to see him get an uptick in rushes, but he's not. I mean, what is he going to provide you more than what Collins, RSJ, and tight end premium, Manny Sanders,
right,
or Elijah Mitchell?
Other than last week, which is kind of a dud, RSJ has been perfectly fine for tight end premium.
Yeah. So no, I'd bench Dillon for Elijah.
I'm with you. He was the other name that popped into mind. I wanted to go vet Emmanuel Sanders there just because of the matchup, right? It's the Jets, but it's Mike White's Jets.
And it's just a team that is in dire need
There's
of
a
big
couple
play.
trap.
Needs their big play.
There's a couple trap games I might bet just for fun.
I mean, it makes Sundays fun when you're betting trap games.
Like, I think I might go bet the Raiders over the Chiefs.
Any Chiefs game, just bet the spread. Like, if you don't want to bet them to win, just bet the Raiders to cover.
I like the odds better on the win.
The odds are going to be better on the win because the Chiefs are favored.
Spread's only a field goal.
Well, it's gone up a point. It's gone up half a point since Tuesday.
I'm
Goose egg.
going to go ahead and throw a little bit on the Lions over the Steelers. And Jets. I'll bet the Jets to cover versus the Bills. For fun.
For fuzzy. Just to see how it feels.
Browns are dogs against the Patriots?
Yeah. The Patriots have won in some games.
I'm not going to bet Jacksonville to cover against the Colts. I'm going to make I'm going to make 3 fun bets here. We're going to bet the Raiders to beat the Chiefs. We'll actually make that a parlay, too. I'm going to bet the Raiders to beat the Chiefs. Bet the Lions to beat the Steelers. Going to bet the Jets to cover. And just for fun.
Just to see how it feels.
4, 6, 8. We'll go ahead and make that a little bit of a parlay, too. Why not, right? It's for fun.
Fuck it.
What else do I like here?
Hashtag fuck it.
Hashtag fuck it. Of course, I have to wait till the night to see if that hits. I hate betting parlays, or I have to wait to see if they hit. So
Here's one. Here's one for you.
Hopefully something just disappoints me. What's up?
Mike Williams or Cortland Sutton?
Mike Williams.
That's what I'm doing.
I like
Minnesota.
that matchup and game script a little bit more.
Yep. Sutton's going to get Darius Slay. Wait, is he healthy? There's always a risk. Every time I mention Slay, I feel like he could be hurt. I think he's not hurt, though. Okay, that's done. I thought I had Robert Woods in more places, and apparently I don't.
Apparently not.
Apparently I don't have him this many spots. Probably a good thing.
How do you feel about the over on the Vikings Chargers? 53.5.
It should hit. Both teams have been have kept their games relatively close, which neutral game script. Chargers have one of the highest pace of plays in the game.
Panthers Cardinals are an 8-point spread with the Cardinals potentially running. Well, they're both running back of quarterbacks. I'm going to stay away from that game. I don't like that game.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
The Broncos are 1-point favorites over the Eagles. 1 point.
Wow. It's gross. All right, another pick one from Alex. Half-point PPR. This is our listener league. Gibson, Boston Scott, Jamison Crowder, or Tyler Conklin. Gibson's gonna play, but it's not been pretty.
Okay. I got my bets in. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'd probably still play Gibson.
Gibson, Boston Scott, Crowder, Conklin. Yeah, I would still play Gibson as well.
Yeah, it's not exciting, but at least Gibson offers you the biggest upside if he is actually.
Boston Scott will get some
close to
run,
100%.
but Denver's tough.
Boston Scott's the only one I would predict that could outscore him.
Yeah,
I mean Conklin. I mean it could be nice, but
Crowder's been getting a boatload of target volume, but he's doing his whole I'm going to catch 6 passes for 40 yards.
Feels oh God. When you're running backs in this league. No,
right.
thank you.
So here's what I threw in. Lions money line over Pittsburgh for fun. Jets to cover 13.5 against the Bills. For fun.
For fun.
Raiders to beat the Chiefs. Then I threw that into a parlay. $2 pays out 25. Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Took the Browns money line on the Patriots.
That's a good one.
I actually like that one.
Yeah.
Titans at 2.5 over the Saints.
Yeah, it's easy.
And then the over in the Vikings Chargers game.
I like it.
So we'll see what that turns in.
Well, I hope it turns in well.
See if we got anything else popping up here on the news line real quick.
That's what I'm popping.
N'Keal Harry, active week 10 against the Browns. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. I feel like we said a lot that there were things we had to talk about on Sunday, but I think we covered most of them.
Michael Gallup's back. We'll see how that shakes up, though.
Yeah, that's very much a play the Cowboys if you have been the last few weeks and see what that does with Gallup versus Schultz.
Just see how it feels.
Yeah. There's some of that when players come back after a guy performs really well with somebody out where you really do have to see how it feels, though.
Yeah.
And this is one of those situations where Schultz has performed very well since Gallup went out, so now we're going to have to see how that translates. That's what it hurts, though, I think, more than anything.
I agree.
It's probably some of the run that Schultz was getting. Some other things some other things to watch for. We'll see who emerges out of Atlanta in a game where they should have to throw a bit. Is it going to be Zacchaeus? Is it all just going to go to Pitts? Somebody else? So we'll have to see what happens there. Tennessee will be watching that backfield again, although I expect this to be a McNichols tilt. World will be watching Mike White in a tougher defensive matchup to see.
Oh, my God. If he goes out there, he's not going to shred. He will not shred them.
But if he's competitive.
If he goes out there and, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Victory laps. Continue the victory laps.
I will. Oh, I absolutely will. Yeah, Pittsburgh is a throwaway game for them. Arizona, Carolina, Colt McCoy coming out party again.
Let's do it.
Things we didn't know we needed because we don't actually need them.
We don't actually want it, so you can have it back. Oof.
Bad stuff.
There's a dynasty league. I'm not competitive. I've been kind of competitive, but it's been kind of up. It's been an odd team. I only have one quarterback.
Jack, because the question: should he play Cooper or Lockett in PPR?
Oh, there it is. Cooper. Oh wait, no. I'm thinking Cup. Lockett. Wilson's back. Lockett should be up and firing again. Green Bay's
got Rodgers back. I expect that game to be relatively high scoring. So
it's gonna look slow. I think it's gonna look slow, and both quarterbacks don't need a lot of attempts to be hyper efficient and produce, which means receivers got to be catching the football. Lockett's back. I do like Cooper, but I like Lockett more.
Let's see. Looking at weather, 40 and a possibility for drizzle in Detroit, Pittsburgh. I expect that game to be a lot of them on the ground anyway. 38 and overcast in Green Bay. I'm not worried about that. 38's warm in Green Bay.
Especially at this time of year.
Plus, heated field. Now, the heated field doesn't do a lot for the players necessarily, but
it'll feel nice on their toes, right?
Right. Their feet won't be cold. While the air temperature is 30, the field temperature will be about 50.
My toes will be nice and warm.
All right. I'm good.
You good?
You good?
I think that's it. No, I think we're good.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to go buy a growler.
You can go buy a growler?
Yeah, well, I need one for a homebrew meeting.
Oh, that makes sense.
And while I talked to Katrina about taking some of those that you have, I have not seen you guys, so.
That's fair.
Told her I'd take 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, next time I see you.
So the next time I see you.
Yeah, you'll get them. It's just unfortunately not maybe in time.
Well, not before Wednesday. I'm sure.
Probably not.
So
probably not.
Plus, I don't mind getting a growler or something from Old Harold. All right, guys. Thank you guys for rejoining us. So, good luck to all, and enjoy your NFL Sunday. We'll see you on Wednesday, or we will see you on Thursday.
We will see you
There's a programming note. We'll see you on Thursday because
Thursday.
Tuesday I'm doing advent exchanges and it's Homebrew Wednesday. So we will see you on Thursday.
We will see you on Thursday.
Peace.
Bye.